You're not here to get noticed. You're here to get remembered. This is part 2 of the Don't Be Shameless series, but don't worry, you don't need to watch part 1 first. You can start here and go back later to catch the first 5 habits, because respect doesn't come from showing off. It comes from showing up differently. And today, we're covering 5 habits that separate people who are respected from people who are ignored. These aren't soft skills. They're power plays. And if you want to lead, influence, or move through life with clarity, this is where it starts. Welcome to Pick Yourself for Success, where we help you step out of your head and into your greatness. Let's get into it. Habit 6. Asking better questions than everyone else. The average person walks through life chasing answers. Pick Yourselfers. We chase better questions because the quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. Most people ask surface-level questions. How do I make more money? How do I get motivated? How do I stop procrastinating? But you're not wired like most people. You ask things like, what kind of life is worth building, even on my hardest days? What am I willing to suffer for? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? See the difference? The first set gets you Google results. The second, it gets you direction, alignment, clarity, and ultimately respect. Habit 7. Training your body, because discipline is visible. Discipline isn't just a mindset, it's muscle memory, and your body is the first place it shows up. Most people treat fitness like it's optional, something they'll get to when life slows down. Pick Yourselfers know better. We don't train to look good. We train to live good, to lead good, to think clear. Your physical discipline is a visual echo of your internal standards. You can't hide inconsistency in your breath. You can't fake strength under pressure. The body keeps score. And so do the people watching you. We're not talking about having six-pack abs or running marathons. We're talking about the habit of showing up every day to do hard things without applause. That morning, you don't want to move, you move. That rep you want to skip, you hit it. That voice in your head saying, this doesn't matter, you silence it with action. Because every drop of sweat is a small act of defiance against average. And here's what most people miss. Training your body doesn't just make you stronger physically. It rewires how you handle resistance everywhere. In your business, your mindset, your relationships. You become someone who doesn't flinch at discomfort. Someone who pushes through when others pause. Someone who carries themselves with the quiet confidence of someone who has already done the hard thing today. That posture, that energy, that's what commands respect before you even say a word. Pick Yourselfers train not for vanity, but for identity. Because how you move through space says everything about how you move through life. So if you want more energy, clarity, and respect, get in the habit of showing up for your body. Not someday, today. Even if it's just a walk, even if it's 10 minutes, even if no one sees it. Because you see it. And you can't lead yourself if you keep breaking promises to your body. If you want to know more about how physical fitness benefits your mindset and improves your chances at succeeding in life, then check out our book, Pick Yourself for Success. There's a link in the description area so you can snag your copy. Habit 8. Controlling your reactions. Most people walk around like emotional landmines, ready to explode at the smallest trigger. Say the wrong word, give the wrong look, and boom. They're in full meltdown mode. But here's the truth. Losing control might feel powerful in the moment, but it's actually a broadcast that says, I'm not in charge of myself. Pick Yourselfers play a different game. We don't just react, we respond. With precision, not panic. We understand that composure is a flex, and in rooms where emotions run high, the calmest person controls the room. That doesn't mean we're passive. It means we've trained ourselves to pause, to breathe, to assess the situation and act with intention instead of impulse. Because when you can't control your emotions, someone else will. And they'll use them to manipulate you, distract you, or drain you. This habit shows up in big ways and small ones. That email that annoyed you, you don't clap back. You craft a response that elevates you. That argument bait, you let it fall to the floor because you know your energy's too expensive to waste on fools. That frustration you feel when things don't go your way, you use it to refocus, not implode. This is what real power looks like. Still, sharp, unshakable. Pick your selfers don't get pulled into chaos. We anchor the space because when people see that you don't flinch, don't fold, don't fumble when pressure hits, they respect you, they trust you, they follow you. Self-control isn't about being cold, it's about being commanding. And if you want to be the one others turn to when things get hard, start by mastering this. Your reaction is your responsibility. Own it or be owned by it. Habit 9. Practicing strategic silence. Most people are addicted to noise, their own and everyone else's. They talk to fill space, they overshare to feel seen, and when there's silence, they panic. They mistake stillness for weakness. Pick your selfers know better. We understand that silence is a strategy, not a gap. It's the moment between the notes that makes music. It's the pause before the decision that makes leadership. It's the space between stimulus and response where wisdom lives. Listen, my friend, you don't always need to clap back. You don't need to explain your every move. You don't need to chase attention just to prove you exist. Let your presence speak. Let your work speak. Let your stillness create contrast in a world addicted to chaos. When you embrace silence, you do something rare. You give your words weight. Now, when you do speak, people listen because they know you're not just talking to talk. Strategic silence also protects your power. When you're quiet, people reveal themselves. They underestimate you, overshare around you, or try to fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. And you learn who's who. That's not manipulation, that's observation. And that observation gives you leverage. Pick your selfers don't play loud to be noticed. We play smart to be effective. And we know this. If you need to be constantly seen, you're still trying to prove something to yourself. But when you no longer need to be seen, that's when you're actually felt. So hold the pause. Say less when others rush to say more. Use silence not to retreat, but to command. Because in a world full of noise, the person who masters silence becomes the one everyone else turns toward. Habit 10. Making bold decisions without the need for consensus. Most people hesitate. They wait for confirmation, for comfort, for someone to say yes, that's a good idea. And in that waiting, they lose time. They lose momentum. They lose themselves. Pick your selfers don't wait for green lights from people who don't even understand the destination. We move. This habit, decisive action, is what separates leaders from followers, starters from spectators, finishers from dreamers. Because indecision isn't harmless, it's identity erosion. Every time you know what you should do but don't, you teach yourself to question your own wisdom. You're not here to play that game. You have instincts, you have data, you have experience, and even when you don't have all the answers, you still have authority over your next move. You don't need everyone to agree with your vision. You don't need a committee to validate your direction. You need clarity and courage. Pick your selfers, make the call. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unpopular, even if it means standing alone. Because we know this. The people who make history never wait for the room to vote. They speak. They act. They own the outcome. And when you operate like that, you gain something more powerful than approval. You gain trust from yourself and from the people who are paying attention. So if you're at a crossroads, pick a path. If there's a decision on your heart, make it. If you know it's time, move. Because playing small for too long becomes a habit. And at some point, indecision becomes a lifestyle that disrespects your potential. Pick your selfers break that cycle, not someday, not next year, now. You've now got all 10 habits. And if you're a real one, a pick your selfer, drop the word respect in the comments. Let us know which habit hit you the hardest. In our book, Pick Yourself for Success, we unpack everything you just learned and more. The success system, the return on energy, the compass that keeps your life aligned. This isn't just about leveling up. It's about becoming the kind of person you respect when no one else is around. So, if you're serious about this journey, the book's waiting. Stay focused and stay consistent, my friend.